7 years. The amount of time that we've spent with the Nintendo Switch since its release. In its earlier years, and even before it was released, the hybrid console was underestimated and forecasted to be a failure of a system. An understandable yet unfortunate circumstance due to living in the shadow of its predecessor, the Wii U. But despite the naysayers and the doom prophesiers, it became a console that took the world by storm, making record profits for Nintendo and becoming a beloved staple in many homes across the globe. But just as the sun must set each day, so too must it set for the Nintendo Switch. And inevitably, the time shall come for the sun to rise on a new successor. The genesis of a new era shall arise with the Nintendo Switch 2. Super Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch XL? Well, regardless of what it ends up being called, here are some upgrades I think the Nintendo Switch 2 needs to be better than the current Nintendo Switch. I know what you're gonna say.
But Internet Man, we already have themes on the Switch.
Yeah, and all we have is black and white, and if I wanted just those two options, I'd go play chess. I get it. It's meant to be a game machine, so niceties like themes and music are not the primary focus. But evidently, the Switch has already hit the mark when it comes to its primary role. So Nintendo could build on what's been established by the original Switch and then add on the fluff and entertaining aspects with the Switch 2. It would make the console a lot more charming. Something cool I'd love to see would be if they assigned certain themes to Amiibo. For example, let's say you scanned a Tears of the Kingdom Link Amiibo when on the home menu. You'd unlock a Tears of the Kingdom theme with Link in it, for free. That would give the Amiibo more use than just for specific games, which I think a lot of people would appreciate. And of course, you could buy those same themes in the eShop if you didn't already have the Amiibo associated with them. Also, if you already bought the theme, you can just scan the Amiibo and get gold coins on your My Nintendo account. That way, you can still get something out of it. As for music, it needs to make a comeback. For quite some time now, Nintendo consoles that have a home menu also had music playing. The Wii had this. The 3DS had this. The Wii U had this. And here's what the Switch has to offer. Yeah, silence. What would be nice is to have some kind of music to help enhance the overall vibe of the menu. Here's what I think could be done for the Switch 2. There could be a default theme for the home menu, and then music that's specific to any theme that's being used, just like what the 3DS had. Whenever the theme would be changed, the music would too. That would just add so much character to the home menu. Also, can we get eShop music again, please? It kinda sucks that the most we get is this. And then silence. I wanna feel like I'm in a virtual department store again. Now, do I understand this isn't a necessity when it comes to gaming? Of course, but it would be a very welcome flourish if it was added to the Nintendo Switch 2. Oh, and Nintendo, bring back the internet settings theme. I want to hear a remix of this classic. One thing I find kind of annoying is that I can't download a game or a demo while playing an online game or game that uses online in the background. And I assume it's because both processes are using the internet to function. So I kinda get the reason it's happening, but still, it's annoying. Hopefully, the Nintendo Switch 2 will be packed with a bit more processing power so that it can handle downloading a game while simultaneously letting the player play an online game. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but it would be nice to be able to play some Splatoon 3 while downloading the demo of a random game, and then after a few matches, see it's done downloading. So the folder system on the Switch, while functional, is very boring. Like, no soul at all.
I have no soul.
Also, it's a feature that's easily forgotten because you have to be on the all games section of the menu to see it. What I would love to see incorporated for the Switch 2 would be folders that are readily available from the main menu. Also, folders like what we had on the 3DS would be amazing, especially if we get themes and the folders match the themes. And along with that, giving the folder system more character like on the 3DS would be very welcome. Imagine being able to drag one game onto another to immediately create a folder with those games in it while in handheld mode. Or, when in docked mode, you just hold the A button while selecting a game, it picks it up, and then you drag it to another game or an already made folder. While the current clip system on the Switch is great for picking up those cool or funny moments from your games, I feel like a slight improvement could be made with this. And of course, that would be to make clips longer. At the moment, it's possible to record only the last 30 seconds of gameplay after holding down the capture button. Now, I'm not asking for anything drastic like 10 minutes, but at least having 1 minute of record time would be nice. With so many online games on the Switch, both competitive and cooperative, it's a bit of a shame that there isn't an easy way to communicate with other players through the console. Yeah, some games let you plug a headset into your Switch and chat, which is cool, but that won't work for everyone. For the people who do have headsets and want to play in docked mode, the cord might not be long enough to reach. And you might be thinking, well, what about Bluetooth? The Switch has that. Yeah, but voice chat isn't possible with Bluetooth. Yeah, I know. What I think would be a nice addition to the Nintendo Switch 2 would be a hybrid mic system, and here's what I mean by that. Back on the Wii U, which had built-in voice chat, the gamepad had a microphone in it, which meant if you were playing any games that had voice chat while using the gamepad, you could communicate. The only time this became cumbersome was if you were using the Pro Controller instead of the gamepad to play a game that had voice chat. You'd need to have the gamepad nearby, that way it would still pick up your voice. What I think the Nintendo Switch 2 could do is have the new iteration of the Joy-Con and Pro Controller have a built-in microphone that could be turned on or off physically. Along with that, there should be a way to plug a headset into the controllers, that way you can still use voice chat. So if you're using the Joy-Con or Pro Controller in docked mode and don't want to run a wire all the way to the dock, you can plug straight into the controller. And of course, they should still keep the feature where you can plug into the dock or switch while in docked mode. Beyond the baseline fundamentals of voice chat, I think the Switch 2 needs to have support for voice chat without the need of the Nintendo Switch app. Currently, I can do voice chat in games like Apex Legends and Warframe, but not Splatoon 3 unless I use the app. It's very limiting, for quite a few reasons, and also redundant since I've already got access to an app like Discord. While the Switch app is great for the other features it has for supported games, needing to use it for voice chat is super inconvenient compared to what was possible on the Wii U. If the Switch 2 does end up having in-game voice chat for certain Nintendo games, I feel like they might keep us from talking with strangers, which, honestly, isn't the worst thing. Cause imagine if Splatoon had voice chat with randos.
Haha! I splatted you with a sprinkler, you noob!
Shut up, you little...
So even if voice chat was only possible with friends in your party, even that would be an improvement. I want Miiverse back. Specifically so I can learn why Metroid can't crawl. If you don't know what Miiverse is, it was pretty much Nintendo's version of Twitter on the Wii U and 3DS. Besides all the wild and crazy things that could be found there, Miiverse was a great place for people to talk about their favorite games and share what they've been doing in those games. Along with that, we were able to get updates on games from developers, which added a sense of deeper connectivity with the people behind our awesome gaming experiences. It was also a great place for sharing tips with people who were stuck in a game and didn't know what to do next. And I feel Nintendo could make it better by adding even more features to it. If they decide to bring it back, that is. Miiverse was an amazing place to connect with your friends and fellow Nintendo gamers, and I think it could add a bit more charm and joy to the Nintendo Switch 2's gaming experience. Also, they could incorporate it into the Nintendo Switch app to make it more accessible when you don't have your Switch 2 with you. Speaking of things that should make a comeback, check out this video about why I think Xenoblade Chronicles X could get remastered or remade. I'm DJ Raviesta. That's gonna be it for me. The Rhinos are watching. Good night.